guys, Ralph here. True Power, Trumpet Fitness, and welcome to Magnificent Monday. And it is a magnificent Monday. They're all magnificent when you have double C's. Anyway, you saw the thumbnail. Dokshizer, man, an all-time great. Just an absolute monster, and his chops were awesome to look at. I mean, just perfect. Anyway, we will get into that. I have played today, so I'm all warmed up and ready to go. And let's see what we got and have a little chat about Dokshizer. Anyway, not a mark anywhere. Played for about an hour and a half. Went out and did some errands, and I'm back. Double C's as big as a house, and a little Arbin. Life's good. Anyway, Dokshizer. Man, could this guy play. Man, could this guy play. Vacchiano always said that he was one of the few soloists that he thought could go right into the orchestra with the weight and the timbre of his tone. I agree with him. He really had it all. Tone, power, range was excellent, not extraordinary, and endurance. He had it all. I mean, he could play forever and keep that tongue going. It was extraordinary. Anyway, with that said, as I do with all artists, I'm not going to get into, this many years at the Bolshoi and he studied with this guy and all that sort of thing, because that you can get anywhere. I'm just going to analyze what I think about his chops, and we'll take it from there. I think of all, Liberati maybe not so much, but of all the cornet solo type guys, Stagers, Vizzuti, Herbert L. Clark, all those guys, I thought he had the biggest tone while keeping the articulation going fast. I really did. I think he had the bigger tone and didn't sacrifice any speed of the articulation. And his articulations were fabulous. You talk about popping. I did a thing recently about Vizzuti's note pop. Oh, jeez. Dokshizer, man. Now, he didn't have the extreme upper register that Vizzuti had. As I said, Liberati's tone might have been maybe stronger. I'm not sure. But he had the whole thing. Now, here's the cool thing about it. Now, look at his chops. Are they beautiful? Are they beautiful? Look at the top lip, how fat that is. And look at the bottom lip, same thing, locked in. Oh, my God. There's no doubt in the world why this guy is so great. Okay? Now, with that said, I'm going to leave a little clip of Dokshizer, one of my favorite Dokshizers, below. And, there's plenty of stuff on the internet if you want to go get it. But once again, tone, very, very rich, a little on the darker side than Stagers, Vizzuti, Herbert L. Clark, and all that. Even though Herbert L. Clark was playing a cornet, okay, a little darker, a little richer, and that is what Vacchiano liked about it. Power, could knock the walls down. He had huge power, and he did, unlike the guys today that have great technique, the Ryan Anthony and all that sort of stuff, that have terrific technique, he did not sacrifice the speed for the power. He could play just as full and popping and everything and still play with a big tone. Most of the guys went and did that too. Whenever he would play, the carnival event or something, it'd be this big with a microphone right next to his stand. That's another thing. Most of the stuff that you hear, I mean, he did some things in the studio, of course, but a lot of things are live. And you hear how big that tone is as compared to, the piano or the band or whatever he's playing. He really had the tone and power popping. And the articulations, we never really pinned him down on whether it was tonguing through the teeth, but God, the way those notes popped, I can only think he had to. He had to have been tonguing through the teeth or doing something along the lines that we are doing. Okay, I'm going to let that one go. The range to my ear, it was a good solid high F above high C. And for back then, that was still some serious chops. There's no question. There's a couple things you can find a G somewhere. I get it, but a little strained, not as great as the F was locked in. Okay, and the endurance. He could play all those solos, top to bottom, turn around and do them again, and never miss a note on the pop. He had the endurance going too. Okay, now the cool thing is, did this on Bach 7E. Guys, why these, especially these current guys, why they would choose to lose all of the tone, power, range, and endurance playing a bathtub when they could get the same tone that Dokshizer got and have all the power. I mean, it can be done. It can be done. The 7E, guys, that's a small mouthpiece. That's a small mouthpiece. And I will say this, he did not have the double C's, but with the way he was locked in, the way his chops were set up, it would take him 2 days with a 1SB, and he would be knocking the walls down up to double C, no problem. Look at those chops. Guys, they're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. Each note popped, the tongue had to be in the right place. And the tone, the lyrical tone, everything was just beautiful, full, rich. It was gorgeous. One of my favorites. One of my absolute favorites. Docs and Jerry too. Jerry liked him very much. He had met him a couple of times. There was a serious language barrier. I mean, he could speak a little bit, but for the most part, it wasn't great. But yeah, he mentions Jerry in a couple of his books and whatnot. And no, it was good. And Doc's the guy, one of the greats. Vacchiano of all people gave him the seal of approval. I don't know why you wouldn't. I don't know why you couldn't. That good. Anyway, that's that. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Love you all.